Hello and welcome back to the complete course of Azure Machine Learning. In the last lecture, we have seen how we have executed our PyTorch code in a local virtual environment. In this lecture, we'll see how the same piece of a code can be executed in Azure Machine Learning Studio using the Azure Compute Clusters, right? So here we have already created a cluster the last time you have seen. Now in that cluster, we'll create a new environment. And how do we create a new environment? We will create a new environment with the same YML file from which we have created the environment in a local. So what is the industry process says that you will first test your code into a local environment, and once it will execute it, you will just import it into the Azure Machine Learning. So here we are creating an environment to execute a deep learning code in PyTorch. So here we start. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to create an experiment, and the experiment would be created under the workspace which we have already created last time, right? And this experiment name, we'll keep it as a deep learning model. Now, since we are already having a cluster, now we need to set an environment which would be having our dependent libraries. So in this case, what we need to do is we need to create an environment dot from context specification, create an environment with a name of torch env1 and the path of a YML file which we have placed it in a local folder as torch env file.yml. So once the environment is created, you need to wrap up your Python script wherein you have written the PyTorch code into the script run config, and we have to pass certain parameters like source directory where your script is placed, your script name, the compute target on which you will create your environment, and the environment on which the already the library would be installed, right? So once this would be done, then you will go and see the execute your experiment by writing the experiment dot submit and pass your python config file. So let's execute this, and we will see how my python code or this environment would get created it into a portal, right? So I'm just executing it. So this is my Azure portal, and here I have created the deep learning model and executed the experiment with the name of this. Once I'll click on this, and it is completed, right? So it has created an environment over there and created a Docker image, and based on that, it has installed all the libraries and executed my training script. However, if you want to look in details, so what is an output what we had? We just need to go to output plus logs, and here in 70 driver log we can see the similar way what we have seen it in our local machine. The same way it will also you can see it in the log, right? So in the first epoch it generated 96.9, and from the second epoch you have seen that almost your loss function would return the same value, however your accuracy would remain same, right? So rather than passing a 10 epoch, you can also pass only the 2 epoch, or 1 epoch is more than sufficient for this small piece of or a small number volumes of a record, right? So that is how you can create any environment, whether it is a machine learning environment, deep learning environment, or the TensorFlow environment, into your local machine as well as into an Azure machine learning studio. Thank you.